Hi, I'm Karen Ross, Secretary of the California Department of Food and Agriculture, and it's an honor for me to be part of Day 2 of the Almond Board of California's first ever virtual almond orchard tour. I'm sure you had a great day yesterday and you're in for a treat today. I wanted to have a few minutes to talk to you about what a special place California is and what it means for the agricultural bounty and diversity and high standards to which we grow the products that we do. California has been the top producing agricultural state since the United States started keeping records decades and decades and decades ago. At the last year, we were at $50 billion in just the raw value of the crop as it leaves the farm. $50 billion surpasses other states by quite a significant amount. We are able to do in California what few other places around the world can do, and that is with this Mediterranean climate, we can plant and harvest our crops almost every day of the year. From the desert in the wintertime, where many of our leafy greens and winter melons and other vegetables are grown, all the way up north to the Oregon border. We have 400 different commodities. We are made up of about 70,000 farmers, and it's an exciting time to be in agriculture. It's always exciting, it's always essential, but coming out of a global pandemic makes me even more appreciative of what our farmers and our ranchers and our farm workers do for each one of us to have this beautiful, delicious, nutritious food that's grown right here in California. One of the things I'm especially proud of is the relationship and the partnership that the Department of Food and Agriculture has with the Almond Board of California. My department is in charge of protecting and promoting agriculture and our natural resources. That means we are safeguarding the state from invasive pests and exotic animal and plant diseases. We are doing programs like research for the best way to use our fertilizers and minimize the use of our fertilizers. We run the state organic program. We have a number of programs that are new to the department in the last decade, and that's our suite of climate smart agricultural programs that are really raising the bar of the sustainability practices of all farmers and ranchers in the state of California. It's a fairly new program as we work as a state to combat climate change, one of the most urgent challenges of our time. I'm very mindful that as you visit the state virtually, we've recently declared that we are in a second extremely dry year and a severe drought in several counties around the state of California. We learned a lot from our last drought, and we're well prepared with our water resiliency portfolio and some of the law changes that we incorporated in our last drought, and the really cutting edge cross-agency work that we're doing to be prepared for drought and to move into drought management. No one's better prepared than the almond growers of California. You know, it's a remarkable industry, almost 1.5 million acres, and our top value crop when it comes to exports, and our second most valuable crop of all crops in California, which says a lot in a state that has 400 commodities. Let me talk just a moment about our climate smart agricultural programs and how wonderful it is to have almond growers participating in them. Our first climate smart ag program is all around water and energy efficiency. It was created in 2014 during our last drought, and it's still our most popular program. The state of California has invested almost $90 million in partnership with growers to reduce their water use, to reduce their energy use, and to reduce greenhouse gas emissions from using that water and energy to move it around. Many of our orchards are already on the most efficient drip irrigation systems that are possible. And many of them have taken advantage of the latest in technology, whether it's sensors or other things. In the last 2 decades, almond growers have reduced the amount of water that's used to produce a pound of almonds by 33%. And the Almond Board of California, as part of its sustainability goals, has set an ambitious goal that by 2025, they can reduce water use by an additional 20%. That's remarkable when you think about, we're talking about 7,600 growers up and down the state of California coming around a shared vision and a goal like that. One of the programs that's got everyone excited as we think about agriculture not only reducing its own greenhouse gas emissions, but being part of the solution by drawing down carbon and storing it in our soils so that we can get to carbon neutrality, is our Healthy Soils program. It is a new program for us, but already we've invested over $50 million in grants to growers as incentives to shift to some new practices. The Almond Board of California actually pioneered the research to develop one of the newest practices, which is whole orchard recycling. When we remove those trees after about a 25-year period, grinding it up and then reincorporating those wood chips into the soil so that we continue to draw down carbon and be part of the climate solution. I'm happy to say that we've had a large number of growers participate in this program, not only those pioneers on whole orchard recycling, but those that are applying compost or growing cover crops to be able to be a part of that soil carbon sequestration process. It's especially important when you talk about cover crops to talk about the importance of our partnership on pollinators and pollinator habitat and our commitment to preserving and restoring biodiversity in all the ways that are possible on our natural and working lands. The Almond Board of California, with its shared vision, has several other goals that we believe stand out as part of Brand California. They want to achieve zero waste in their orchards, that woody biomass from trimmings or the hulls, which traditionally have been used for livestock bedding or other kinds of dairy feed and renewable electricity generation. They have really been leading the way of identifying new product use, the co-products that come from those almond orchards, to prevent it from being waste to adding higher value and becoming even more sustainable. The Almond Board of California since 1973 has invested $89 million in research, whether it's for improving their farm practices, food safety, or better understanding the health benefits of almonds. 7,600 farm families that I've already mentioned, vast majority of them are third and fourth generation farmers. That's another wonderful thing about almonds being grown in California. With our Mediterranean climate and our infrastructure, we are able to supply almost 80% of the world's supply of almonds, healthy, nutritious, California-grown almonds. I know you're going to have an exciting time viewing virtually all the way that these practices come to life in the hands of our family farmers in the almond industry. I want to welcome you to California and hope that you will come back soon in person to have a real taste of what California agriculture is all about. Thank you.